Thomas here with Much Props, going to give you another how-to video. Today we are once again building something from the world of Fallout, so all of you Wastelanders out there should be happy about this build. I know my voice still sounds like garbage, I'm still battling a sinus infection, but the show must go on, so just disregard the bad sounding voice. I went to Spirit Halloween the other day and they had a bunch of Bethesda licensed products, and one of them was a plasma pistol, and I thought it was pretty cool, except the paint job on them was kind of haphazardly put together, and I thought I could definitely do a better paint job, but I didn't want to make that just this whole video, so I decided I was gonna, like in game, mod my plasma pistol. So I have a bunch of old water guns and Nerf guns and other random pew-pews laying around, and I thought maybe I could cut off parts of it, attach it to the plasma pistol, and make something a bit unique. So today we are going to modify, kind of kit bashing, a plasma pistol from Fallout 4. Let's get to building. Here are some of my plastic arsenal. I'm going to cut off parts I think will work good and save the leftovers for another build. I like the stock on the Nerf gun, so I cut that off where I want it. Barrel of the machine gun also needs to be added, and I think the scope and the end of the red gun may fit also. Wear a respirator and a face shield while using cutting wheels on your rotary tools. Hot molten plastic likes to shoot up at your face when you do this. I have also had one of these wheels explode on me, and had I not been wearing my face shield, I would have lost an eye. It was crazy that the scope fit perfectly on the rails of the plasma gun. Since this part won't see a lot of handling, I'm just going to hot glue it into place and fill the gaps with some more hot glue. The stop and the barrel I super glued on temporarily, made weld lines with hot glue, and drove in some screws for structure support because they will be handled.
I also lightly sanded all the plastic parts to prepare the surface for paint. Taping off the translucent green parts so it doesn't get blocked out by the base coat of spray paint. This Krylon Fusion is a primer and base coat in one. Then I added a mixture of silver, brown, and black spray paint for an aged metal look. Taped off more areas and layered down a mixture of yellow, orange, and browns for a secondary paint color. Watch my space helmet build to see my spray painting technique. One of the funnest parts of the build is removing the masking tape after all the layers are applied. It's like Christmas, you sometimes don't know exactly what you're going to get. Any overspray for this build will be weathered over with acrylic, so I'm not too stressed out about any leakage. When I pulled off the original tubing, I ripped a few of them, so these bungees painted a copper color will replace them. As with most of my props, and those scattered throughout the wasteland, it needs a good dose of dirtying up. So I pushed brown and black acrylic paints into the cracks and wiped away all the high spots. The bungee cord wrap frays when you cut it, so I had to super glue the ends together. I put on a glove, and in a twisting motion, it locks the threads into a tight wrap without gluing your fingers to the cord. You also may have to drill out part of the hole in order to fit the diameter of whatever you're putting back in there.
And we are finished. Here is the end result. I think it turned out pretty awesome. I pretty much just got a lot of these random guns from family members who had broke things, and they save them for me. The Nerf gun I got at, I think, Goodwill. So you can find these things all over the place, garage sales, dollar stores, and actually paint them up and use the detailing that the company put into the gun and really bring it out with your paint job. I know that it's not exactly 100% obviously, because these aren't the stock and barrels that are in game, but I definitely think that it adds to the gun, makes it a bit more hefty and a little bit more intimidating. The cords, I tried to find some corrugated tubing that was like what was on there before, but I just couldn't find any locally where I was at. And the only thing that could fit was straws, and I couldn't bring myself to put a straw in there. So I went with this thicker bungee cord. I think it makes it a little bit more hefty, a bit more robust, and it works. So maybe you'll try and make this plasma pistol yourself and impress your friends with your ability to scavenge the wasteland for random broken water guns. Probably not. Maybe you'll get some.
Yay!
And inevitably, they're going to ask you, how'd you make that? You can give them one of these. Tell them, much props. Don't move. There's a raider right behind you.